Catch 'em in the pasture, run 'em in the pen, work 'em on the Sundays, do it all again. Race 'em in the sand, buck 'em in the mud, drip a cowboy's sweat, bleed a cowboy's blood.
All right. I'm not Matthew McConaughey. There is no resemblance, but it does sound the same. Are you ready? We're ready. Tex Travis is ready. I'm ready. We're going to burn your eyes and ears today with some Texas Ranch and Rodeo Weekly. Coming to you live here from One-Eyed Joe Studios in Deep Ellum. You are watching Texas Ranch and Rodeo Weekly right here on Deep Ellum on air. So enjoy it. Enjoy it while you can. Do not be afraid to enjoy something.
Howdy to all the fans out there.
Tex thinks he's Big Tex out there at the park. That's what he says when you walk in, right?
Yeah. Howdy Tex. Yeah, I'm 9 foot tall right now.
Oh, no. Look out. He's 9 foot tall. Is he or is he not 9 foot tall? I don't know. You tell me. Here's what we got. This is what we got right here. We got a lot of stories for you guys. We got stuff that happened this weekend. Stuff we did. We did some stuff. We'll tell you about that. Because we always got stuff. Everybody says, what do you got? We got stuff. Always stuff.
What kind of stuff we got today?
Well, we got stories, too. We always have stories. We got some stories from across the pond, as always. We always got some good UK stories and beyond. Now, we're going to talk about there was a baby calf theft that we talked about a couple weeks ago. We got a little bit more information on that. We got some stolen livestock from the UK. So not only are they stealing livestock here in the States, they're also rustling some livestock across.
I did not do that.
He did not. It was not him. Somebody got glued to a toilet seat somewhere. We'll get into that. I don't know what happened with that deal. We got the game board and field notes. If we got time, we'll run through those. If not, we'll do them on the next one because we always got some good game warden stuff. Now, these winter storms did kill some cattle, so we'll tell you some numbers on that. And then a black market hay murder. It was not black hay, but it was a black market hay deal and a murder.
You got to be fearful of that black market stuff.
That's right. And this happened upstate in New York. A lot of stuff like this happens up in New York, so we're going to tell you about that.
And
then
up north state.
Yeah. And then they got a war on wild hogs right here in Texas. We do have that. So, with all the good stuff we got for you guys, we also got some more music. We've always got music for you. We've always got some good stuff to throw out there for you, some good songs and tunes for you guys. And we're going to throw one out here right quick, and then we will be right back.
Old cowboy went riding out one dark and windy day. Upon a ridge he rested as he went along his way, when all at once a mighty herd of red-eyed cows he saw, a-plowing through the ragged skies and up a cloudy draw. Yippee-yi-yi, yippee-yi-oh, ghost riders in the sky. Brands were still on fire, and their hooves were made of steel. Their horns were black and shiny, and their hot breath he could feel. A bolt of fear went through him as they thundered in the sky. He saw the riders coming hard and heard their mournful cry. Yippee-yi-yi, yippee-yi-oh, ghost riders in the sky. Riders looked on by him, well, he heard them call his name. If you want to save your soul from hell, riding on our range, then cowboy, change your ways today, or with us you will ride. Trying to catch that devil's herd across these endless skies. Yippee-yi-yi, yippee-yi-oh, ghost riders in the sky. Yippee-yi-yo-ki-yo-ki, yippee-yi-yo-ki, yippee-yi-yo-ki-yo-ki, yippee-yi-yo-ki. Yippee-yi-yo-ki-yo-ki-ay. Yippee-yi-yo-ki-ay. Yippee-yi-yo-ki-yo-ki-ay. Yippee-yi-yo-ki-ay.
All right. How about that? Did you enjoy some of that Western swing? Old Tex likes to do a little swing dancing.
Yeah, I swing dance right that door over here. I love it, you swing dancing.
He does enjoy the swing dancing.
Like every Wednesday night at the Johnson Home. Oh, I can't be advertising. Oh, no, man.
He is
Every
swinging.
Wednesday night, I just say that.
John Anderson's got a song about swinging. I think that's on the
swinging.
porch. I think that's the front porch, though.
Yeah.
You were swinging on the front porch?
No, I ain't never fun. I've hung off the front porch before.
Yeah, he has. A time or two.
Yeah.
He has done that. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff for you guys today. I think we've got more than what we're going to get to, actually, because we are bombarded with information.
Got a lot of paperwork.
We got queens today. Not talking about Tex Travis. We got a rodeo queen.
Oh, funny. Oh.
Queen, not queen.
I think talking about funny. Yeah, I took a bath this morning.
It was that time of the month. Is that what that means?
I don't know what talking. No comment.
All right, what do you got? What story you got over? Throw a story out there right quick before we jump on this phone call. What do you got?
What we want to go first?
What about that calf? We talked about a calf in the back of a pickup truck the other day.
That calf. I don't know where my calf go. I lost my calf. Oh, baby calf. Oh, suspect Robbie Don Ellis of 24 from Oklahoma arrested on felony warrant in Nevada.
All right.
The day after Christmas.
After Christmas.
I guess he didn't have a very good Christmas, you know. He got caught for stealing a baby calf from Oklahoma.
Now,
And they caught him in the next state over in Missouri.
Is that the one that in the back of the truck?
I think, yeah, they're the one that before he had the livestock auction, they became suspicious when a mountain nail newborn calf was unloaded from the inside of a cab of a pickup.
Yeah.
Remember by Ella? Yeah. The livestock auction staff, you know, they kind of leery about the situation. You know, we need to investigate this.
And what did they find out?
They revealed that the calf was stolen from a ranch located in Rogers County, where the suspect was temporarily living. Apparently, they kind of lived on the ranch temporarily, and they probably worked on the ranch too.
Yeah. So
Probably how it goes.
that's probably how it goes. That is how it goes, and we got a call right here, Miss Kayla, on the phone with us. Hello.
Hey, how are you?
There you are. You're here with us. Hey, how you doing this evening?
I'm all right. I'm doing well. Finally got the phone to work, so we're doing good.
All right. Well, that always works.
Right.
That's always a good thing. So you want to tell us a little bit about you before we dive into some hard hitting reporting questions?
Oh, go easy on me, all right?
All right.
Well, where would you like me to start? I live on a 100-acre farm in Donald, South Carolina, and I live with my two brothers and my parents. We We raise roping stock longhorns and quarter horses
Okay.
for rodeo competitions.
All right. Do you rope as well?
I do something that should end up roping, but it doesn't.
Well, you throw you at least
work so good for me.
you at least throw the rope at it, right?
I throw a rope in the general direction of the livestock, and it doesn't always make contact, but the effort is there.
Well, that effort, you get an E for effort, right?
Right. I am more of a speed junkie. I barrel race and pulled in. I just recently started some low-level jumping classes, so I feel pretty accomplished about that. My brother's a roper. I didn't inherit the skills. It didn't happen.
Oh,
But
now,
we're a rodeo family. My entire family competes in one event or another, so it's in the blood there.
now that jumping, what got you wanting to do some jumping?
Well, my grandpa's a trainer, and my mother jumped when she was younger, and I took English lessons when I was 3 years old until I was 7, and I quit writing English, and I began team penning and running cattle events, and then I started rodeoing shortly after that, but it was just kind of nagging me for years now that I wanted to get back into it, so it was kind of a dare kind of thing. So I started going to these little local shows and showing my barrel horse in hunter, jumper, and equitation classes
All
for the
right.
fun of it, and then I fell in love with it. So
Well, I guess it'll help with your barrel races, kind of help with your mobility and and stabilization, because there's nothing to hold on to.
right. Well, they both complement each other. I completely. All the kids that I know, I say, take both, do it all, because both will help in anything you want to do. English and Western, they complement each other, teach you balance, posture, and how to have a good seat, and how to enjoy yourself. And you'll find something you love to do, and within the two areas, you'll find something you like.
Yeah, that works, and you stay busy, you stay active, and
Right.
ride your horses. Everybody wants to stay riding
And
their
you get in
horses.
great shape while you're at it. So
Exercise is always good. That's what they tell
it
me.
is. That's what they tell you.
That's what they tell me.
Okay. I try to do a little bit of everything. I rode my brother's cutting horse, and I had a little fun with that, but I haven't got to compete in cutting yet. But I hope to at some point.
All right. Cutting is one of those that, I've done a little sorting here and there. They had a sorting pen up there, went and done some sorting and stuff, and that's pretty fun. I could just imagine getting on a cutting horse, because seems like if you are not square, you're going to be upside down real quick.
I rode 2 of their cutting horses. My brother did high school rodeo, and I was in the practice pen. I got to ride 2 of them a few times, and it was just such an adrenaline rush. I would love to go and compete, but it's a wild ride, but it's a ton of fun.
I imagine.
Well, I got a question for you. What for a rodeo pageant? What a rodeo pageant like?
Well, I haven't actually been in a pageant in approximately 5 or so years. I was appointed to the Miss Rodeo South Carolina position, so I will be going through the Miss Texas pageant in June, and then the Miss Rodeo America pageant. My last pageant was a youth rodeo pageant my senior year in high school. And it's been so long, but I remember having a good time and learning a lot about how to speak in front of crowds. And I still get a little nervous, but it was a really good learning experience for me, and how to go through the interview process and how to step out of my comfort zone.
All right.
But I was appointed to this position. I'm trying to start an organization in South Carolina so that we will be able to have a queen next year, and hopefully get something good started here for the girls to follow. So we're looking forward to it. Got an interest meeting on the 24th.
All right. Well, that'll be good to get them going in that direction.
Right. We're in the process of trying to set up a nonprofit here so that we can build our sponsor base, so that next year the young lady won't have as much of an uphill climb, that she can kind of have something to stand on going into it, and I'm hoping to build something for the next generation.
All right.
That sounds good. Any support they can get is always good.
Right. Anything helps.
Right.
Now let's get into the good stuff here. Let's get the good stuff. Now, if money was not an option, what would your dream vacation be?
Okay, I am such a bookworm, and my dream vacation would be to go to New Zealand because that is where they film Lord of the Rings. So it would be so cool to go and see where all of it was filmed, because I love the Lord of the Rings movies and the books and everything. So it's on my bucket list.
Aha. That would be a good one. That'd be a good one. Now, is that the one where they don't wear shoes?
I'm pretty sure they don't wear shoes.
The
hobbits have big feet, so it'd be kind of hard for them to wear shoes.
Is that the Frodo?
Yes, it
Okay.
is. It is. I'm into the medieval and fantasy and dragons and stuff like that. So
Okay.
I was all into that kind of stuff.
Well, we do a lot of medieval, so we go to England every couple of years, and we'll be back. We'll be back there in June. That's what we do. We go check out castles and stuff like that. So
I would love to go and look at stuff like that. It's on my bucket list. I am going to travel at some point to other countries and get to see cool stuff. So it's on my list.
That stuff's interesting, because when you're walking through these old castles that are hundreds and hundreds of years old, you just try to imagine, what it was like in those times, living, in that.
Right. Yeah, I would love to be able to go. I haven't got to go, but some of the Renaissance festivals, I would love to go and check that out. I've always missed it, but I would love to go. There's actually a gentleman in a town a couple miles away that does the jousting. I watched his videos. It's just too cool.
Yeah, the jousting. I'd like to try that, but maybe about 10 years ago. But I think I'd like to.
Oh, I don't know if I would be that brave. But it's cool to watch from a distance.
I do think I would like to try that. I do think I would. Now, when you're out traveling the road, because you said that you compete, you barrel race and pole beat and stuff like that. When you're out on the road, you've got to eat.
Right.
So when you're on the road, what's the place that you think, you know what, I've got to stop here?
Okay, so it's kind of a catch-22, but if there's a local specialty or there's something really cool in town that I've got a heads up about, I'll try to try it out. But my favorite road snacks are fried Oreos and fried pickles, and usually you can find those just about anywhere. Or if I'm towards the coast doing something, I love any kind of non-spicy seafood or shrimp. Oh my goodness, I have to go see what they've got. I had tried a shrimp and lobster quesadilla at a Mexican place in Myrtle Beach a few weeks ago, and it was phenomenal.
Oh, that sounds great. That sounds like some good stuff. I do like some fried pickles. I even have you tried fried green beans?
Yes. I'm from South Carolina. We fry everything.
That's right. Yep. I put a video out the other day of I got a new deep fryer, and I was frying some stuff and posted a Vine video of that, because it doesn't matter what it is. You just throw it in there and eat it. It's good.
Absolutely. You go to these rodeos, and there's fried Twinkies, fried Snickers, fried Oreos. I've seen deep fried strawberries. The possibilities are endless.
They are, especially down here at the State Fair. State Fair of Texas, they deep fried. They had deep fried ice cream, deep fried beer. Yeah. They had deep fried everything up here.
Oh, that is right up my alley.
Well, Kayla, I tell you what, we're getting up on the numbers here. So if folks want to find out more about you, what you're doing, or your organization that you're working on, stuff like that, where's the best place for them to find you?
Well, they can always check on my Facebook. It's Miss Rodeo South Carolina 2016, and my name, Kayla Caudle, attached to it. Or they can send me an email at Miss Rodeo SC 2016. No, it's just Miss Rodeo's SC, I'm sorry. Don't check that. At gmail.com.
All right. We appreciate it. We'll send them your way, and we enjoyed having you visit with us.
Well, thank you very much for inviting me. I had a great time.
Thank you. That's her right there, Miss Kayla. And with that, we are going to jump on to some more great tunes for you guys. Throw a video out there to you, and when we come back, we got more good stuff in store.
Me and We're out riding her, our collars turned up from the cold. He told me of a girl that he'd loved in Cheyenne. That was over 40 years ago. He said, I'm turning 60, still riding her, all that I've got to show. His skin that's like leather, an old Mexican saddle, pocket watch, but I think it's made of gold. There's a coyote somewhere out on the prairie, singing an old ancient tune. The wind is a waltzing with the cottonwood trees under the Wyoming moon. Powder River, it runs muddy, just like my coffee. I like it thick, I like it black. I wouldn't trade my life here with anybody's. I like it fine just where I'm at. Then he looked over at me, he said with a smile, a cowboy's life, it's a hard road to hoe. The pay ain't no good, the summers they're hot, winter gets mighty damn cold. There's a coyote somewhere out on the prairie, singing an old ancient tune. The wind is a waltzing with the cottonwood trees under the Wyoming moon. The wind is a waltzing with the cottonwood trees out under the Wyoming moon.
All right, that right there was Kerry Wallace. How did you enjoy that? That's some good stuff right there. Good songs. Good cowboy music right there. Mm-hmm.
Good dancing music, two-stepping music.
Yeah.
Yo,
Oh, yeah.
two-step.
Two-stepping. Stepping and two-stepping. You three-step sometimes, right?
I do. You gotta add a little step in there every now and then.
Three-stepping.
You gotta keep five.
Surprising.
Five to dancing partner.
All right. How was that working out for you?
I don't know how much you five too well. I took five right off the dance floor.
I bet you did.
I fell off the dance floor one time. Did I ever tell you that?
How'd you fall off the dance floor?
I don't know. You fall backwards. You can't dance backwards, and not see where you're going.
Yeah. Now, how
You
did you
dance
do
backwards
that?
too long, you the dance floor in, and you don't. You keep dancing. And when the dance floor in, you stop dancing. You just fall out. You just fall down.
Yeah.
The
That
dance floor kind of higher than the regular floor.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
I wasn't drinking. Just so you should add that in there.
Oh, you want to throw that? You want to throw it out there? Just. All right.
Just so you public information.
Okay. Public information. You like public information?
I do.
All right. We got some public
What kind of
information
public
too.
information you
We got more public information. I got to talk about stuff. I like talking about stuff. All right. We did say we got some UK stuff over in the UK. Check this out. Over in Devon, over in the UK. And they say, why UK? Yeah, you know that our second, United States is our main audience, and the UK is second. How about that? That's good stuff. Anyhow, over in Devon in the UK, an incident where a 4-year-old girl was left glued to a toilet seat is being treated for assault that happened at a McDonald's. But before we dive into that some more, we got some more good stuff right here on the telephone. Yellow. Can you hear me now? Hello?
Howdy.
I can barely hear you. I can hear, but yeah, I can barely hear you. I don't.
It's her phone.
Yeah, try it again. No, we can't hear. I can't hear anything. I hear like a squeak. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna try that one more time. But anyhow, this girl in McDonald's said, the story. Girl 4 glued to Exeter McDonald's loo seat in a prank. So somebody trying to do a prank at McDonald's, put some glue on the toilet seat, and apparently they got the wrong person. So that's gonna be treated as an assault.
Poor for yoga.
Yeah, treated as an assault. Now, how terrible would that be? Which that also brings to another thought is, of course, adults probably do not sit on toilet seats in public places, which is a good idea. But the kids, sometimes the kids don't have a choice, and
Yeah, I don't know.
and that happens. So let's try this again. Hello. Hello.
Hi, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Oh, good.
So what are you up to tonight?
Well, tonight I thought I would talk to your listeners about my book.
Yes, that's a good book. It's good. We got up on the screen, and it's good and it's informative. I mean, a lot of stuff. Those stuff I didn't realize. I didn't realize that I learned from that book.
Well, when I was writing it, I was trying to find the most interesting things about, the Old West prostitutes that a lot of people didn't know, because I myself, I don't like boring things, so I just try to find the most interesting things.
Right, and it was interesting because, for instance, in the book, like the red light district, I didn't realize how that all come to be.
Yeah, with the guys in the railroad hanging up their red lights so that the men could find them if the train was getting ready to leave.
Yeah, they're like, where you at? We'll look for the lights. There we are. But so looking for stuff interesting. So what was it about her that you thought people need to know her story?
Well, I was raised in the town that she did most of her work in, which was Salida, Colorado, and I just found her to be a huge badass. I mean, she didn't take, nothing from anybody. She was just awesome. The stuff that she did was just amazing.
And she did a lot of things, and a lot of things that she did, in her life for her community and the town folks,
yes.
and she helped a lot of folks out.
Yes, she did.
Now, I at the end, I don't understand why she helped out in the churches and the community there, helping with putting roofs on buildings and things like that, and then some of the churches that she had helped out just kind of shunned her once she passed.
Yeah, they actually did. That's the thing we all found kind of funny was because when I did my my presentation for the town of Salida, I was able to do it in her actual parlor house, which was almost exact as how she had left it. So we were able to bring in things from the museum, my personal things. We were able to recreate as much of the parlor house as we could. We brought in antique beds and furniture and the clothes. We dressed up. We did everything to get everybody into that feel. And the place was packed. And I said, what's really funny? Your grandparents would never have thought in a million years that their grandchildren would be standing in the side of Laura Evans' parlor house, happy to hear about this woman's life.
Yeah, and it's a great story. It's just one of those great untold Old West, because we like to do a lot of that's our deal. Is we do a lot of Old West stories on the show. We bring up a lot of we talk about certain outlaws and cattlemen and things of the old eras, old era and lawmen and stuff. And when I ran across this, it's just another aspect of that time that people may not know about, they need to know.
Well,
Well, the one thing that's really funny, most people don't know about Old West prostitution, is it's because of the prostitutes that the men took baths. Because in order to be with a woman on payday, they had to take a bath. And if you had a town that didn't have prostitutes, the men didn't bathe. So when the prostitutes came into that town, it actually cleaned the place up because the men had to take a bath before they could be with the women.
That's why I take the bath. to be with a woman.
Same idea.
Yeah, old Tex is on it. But yeah, because you know when you go back in those times, you think on the cattle drive or out working on the land, you didn't the bath wasn't a luxury. So you might go a month, 2 months, and not take a bath.
Exactly. Yep.
And so everybody smelled great.
It started up another business too, which was the actual bath houses, where men would go in and they would pay a nickel in order to take a bath in this metal trough. But if they were willing to take a bath in the last guy's dirty water, they only had to pay a penny.
You hope the last guy wasn't too dirty.
I know. That's kind of gross, but I guess if you're going to be real cheap, you're going to be cheap on your water, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's things like that people overlook. A lot of people overlook the history stuff. Everything's in modern days is going so fast and moving that a lot of the things that got us where we are today get overlooked.
Yes. Well, also the other thing I noticed was in the movies they show these powerhouse girls being these beautiful models, and they weren't. That's why in my book I put the actual pictures of her actual girls in there, so you can see that they weren't all cute.
No, but then and that's the thing. But them guys been on the trail for 2 or 3 months, so when they get there, they're not too picky.
No, they're not too picky. And besides, that's what the alcohol's for, right?
Yeah. There you go. You go to the, you hit the bar, get a few drinks in you, go take a bath, and then
they're all pretty.
Yep, and then they all look the same.
Yep, they all look the same. Yep.
So they had formal only before formalonly.com, huh? Before the internet, they still had formal only.
Yeah. There you go. Old Tex is on that deal. He's a farmer's only superstar. He is all over that. So what else do you write about? What are the books you got in the works or you've worked on in the past?
Well, my first book that came out is on the tunnels underneath the sidewalks all through Colorado, the ones where the men would sneak around town to go visit the powerhouses without anybody knowing. And those tunnels are still there. They're underneath the sidewalks. A lot of them are filled in, but I was able to find 14 towns and cities in Colorado that still have them. And I actually did a tour over the summer, and I took almost 200 people on a tour of the tunnel system, and it was fun. We're actually going to be trying to dig out a couple more of them this summer. And then right now I'm working on one on Baby Doe, who was a famous lady from Colorado. But she was famous because she was a very rich guy's mistress. Huh. And for some reason, that's made her extremely famous, and I'm going to be working on a book about her this summer.
Okay. All right. We'll have to be sure to let the folks know to look out for that as well.
Yeah, and I'm also working on a paranormal true-life murder mystery that happened between the 1920s and the 1980s, where a farm, 3 generations of farmhands killed 72 of their workers and buried them on the property.
Whoa.
And no one got convicted of it because of a paper error. So they all got let out. Yeah.
Huh. Paper error. Speaking of paper error, I was in jury duty this morning, so I understand about that.
Well, if you don't file the right paper and dot your I's and cross your T's, they get out of jail.
Yep.
And that's what happened in this case. Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. But yeah, that sounds interesting. We'll have to keep an eye on the site. We got the book up there, and they can follow your site. It's Tracy Beach on the Book of Faces. They can find you there and keep up with what's going on with your upcoming work. And they can. Is there a link? I have to go back here and look. I haven't looked in a while. Is there a link there to order the book?
Yeah.
Oh yes, you can also get it on Amazon.
Okay.
I was
or
about to
any
add that.
bookstore. They
Yeah.
can order it off any bookstore.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, Tracy, we appreciate the time visiting with you and get to talk about your book. And we got it out there for the folks to check it out and let them enjoy some good reading.
Okay, and I'll stay in touch when my next book comes out.
That'll work. We'll be glad to talk about it.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Tracy.
Bye.
That right there was Miss Tracy Beach talking about the book. The book is right there.
My Life as a Whore.
Yeah, My Life as a Whore.
That's the title of the
Is
book.
the title of the book, and that's the biography of Madam Laura Evans. And it's interesting. There is some interesting information in there. We got some more interesting information called music. We're gonna throw some tunes at you, and we'll be right back.
Well, I'm driving down the road in my Cadillac. Traffic lights nearby are all turning black. Drinking gasoline is all I do. Drinking gasoline to get over you. We were doing swell with a show way from heaven to hell. Well, I met you in the desert at Zabriskie Point. Out of gasoline, ran out of oil. Really filled my tank, you quite tuned me up. Drinking gasoline out of your silver cup. We were doing swell, what a show away from heaven to hell. Well, I drove 10,000 miles away from home. See no traffic jam, but in no desert storm. Drinking silver cup is all I do. Drinking silver cup, baby, me and you. We were doing swell with a show away from heaven to engine started smoking, wings on fire. Big wheel started shaking and I lost a tire. My baby, she exploded drinking gasoline. Doggone that mean machine. We were doing swell with a show away from heaven. Well, I'm driving down the road in my Cadillac. Traffic lights nearby are all turning black. Drinking gasoline is all I do. Drinking gasoline to get over you. We were doing swell, what a show away from heaven. Oh yeah, we were doing swell, what a show away from heaven to hell.
All right, that right there was the Baboons. That right there was your the Baboons drinking gasoline. And speaking of drinking gasoline and traveling the road, we got Chris. Hello.
Howdy.
What is going on, Chris Skeeters? Are you traveling the roads drinking gasoline?
No, I prefer to drink Jack Daniels, but it's about the same thing when it's cold.
I was going to say, you can light it on fire. So tell us about this trip to the CBR.
Well, it was a whole lot colder in Missouri than it was Tennessee. Went down there and didn't quite have as good of a bull riding as I was expecting to, but it was a fun experience.
Well, anytime you get to go get on a few and walk home is always a good day.
Oh, that it is. It's always good. It kind of knocked the rust off. Been off for a few weeks, so knocked the rust off, ready to get ready for the rest of the season.
Where are you headed to next?
I'm heading to Augusta, Georgia on Saturday for ABT bull riding.
Okay. All right. So what do you want to tell us? What do you want to tell the folks about you? What do we need to know about Chris Skeeters?
Well, let's see here. It's not a whole lot to know. Been riding for about 7-8 years. Spent 8 years in the Marine Corps. Went to Afghanistan 3 times. Started bull riding when I was in the Marine Corps, and now that I'm out, just kind of kept going with it and hoping it goes somewhere.
And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Stay busy, stay active, and keep doing what you like to do.
That's the plan.
And that's a good plan. That's a good plan. Get to travel. You get to travel around and have a good time, ride some bulls, and eat something. What are you eating on the road? Tacos, nachos?
Well, it depends. If I have a good weekend, I might go out to the steakhouse. If I have a bad weekend, I might eat McDonald's or ramen noodles.
Ramen. You can eat ramen noodles for a week on $5.
Well, actually, I eat probably about 8 or 9 packs of it when I was in Missouri.
That's some good stuff. There was a time where I ate a lot of that, and you can get pretty creative.
You can. I mean, you can make some Parmesan noodles. You can do about anything with them.
And just about anything, you can throw about a can of anything in there and just mix it up, and it goes down good.
That it does.
Now, you're also a member of Warriors and Rodeo.
Yes, sir.
You want to tell us about that?
Yes, it's a group of pretty much made up of anybody who is in the military or maybe police departments, fire departments, paramedics, families of people who do those jobs. Just it's kind of a group that hangs around with the rodeo crowd, but it's also the camaraderie of watching everybody's back. That's protected the people, whether it be in the country or out of the country. Just having each other's back is pretty much what it's all about.
All right, and is there a place to find that information on that group?
You can find it on warriorsandrodeo.org, or you can go on Facebook and look them up. It's Warriors and Rodeo. Also got an Instagram, a Twitter. There's a Snapchat for Warriors and Rodeo. So you can find it. You can find it all over the interweb.
They can find it's out there for you to find. So if you can't find it, it's your own fault, right?
And if they need, they can look me up, and I'll add them to it.
There you go. That's how it works. It's out there, and you can jump all over it and get in there. Like I said, there's a lot of good folks in there, a lot of good stuff going on with that group. So you do want to check it out. So what else you do besides riding bulls? What do you do besides ride bulls? You ride any horses? Do any roping? Raise chickens?
I've tried my hand at roping. I'm not too good at it. I try to stick to the bulls. I trained some horses for a while. I'm actually, now that I'm out of the Marine Corps, I'm back home and I'm working at my dad's pawn shop during the week. Taking care of my daughter. I got a 4-year-old daughter who's trying to get into everything, and so she keeps me pretty busy if I ain't on the road.
Working in the pawn shop. What's the craziest story somebody's come in there in the pawn shop to try to sell something you knew was hot?
Whew. I mean, they come in with some crazy stuff for sure. Come in with some guns that they probably shouldn't have, and you can find some stuff that they forget about that's not really legal to have. So it stays pretty interesting working there.
I could imagine. So I've seen some characters at some pawn shops.
I bet you can write a book on all the interesting stories you hear.
Yeah, I could probably write a book, but the ATF would probably be knocking down the door. So
yeah,
may not want to do that, huh?
Well, we're gonna you got to do some periscoping or some pawn shop periscope, something like that.
I'm not even gonna lie, I don't even know what a periscope is.
Oh, you need to get on that. That's the next new deal. The periscope, live broadcast from your phone. Everybody's all over that deal now.
I'll have to look that up, and I'll make sure I tell Sherry over at Warriors and Rodeo to look that up. That might be something we can work on while I'm doing the road trips.
You can do live that's what a lot of folks do while they're driving. It's not good to do while you're driving, but let somebody else drive. But it's good stuff. You get a lot of attraction that way. A lot of folks want to.
I'll have to look that up.
Want to know about the day-to-day life of what's going on, and it works. It's good. It's good. Well, I'll tell you what, Chris. Man, we're getting up on the clock already, and we're going to catch you on the next one. But yeah, we'll stay tuned and see what's going on, and see what happens in Georgia.
Sounds good. I'll make sure I get up with y'all, and I'll make sure y'all know how it goes.
All right. Appreciate the time.
Thank you very much. Y'all have a good night.
All right. Thank you.
You too.
Bye.
That right there is the man Chris Skeeters, bull riding extraordinaire right there. They spur rank. He's gonna spur rank and make bank. I said it right because I said it slow.
That sounds good to me. You would have did it better than I did.
That's what she said. All right. What else do we got? We got a little bit of time left. Let's throw in some. Let's jump on these dead cows.
What, we going to do the cattle found dead and Kansas City, Missouri?
Kansas City, Missouri. Law enforcement officials issued an alert after cattle were found killed and mutilated in both Missouri and Kansas. What do you got about that?
It kind of looked like around 12:50 time. First on 12:18, a bull killed, and then a couple of days after Christmas, 2 cows killed and gutted, and then the New Year's Day, cow killed and eyeball removed.
Sounds like a sacrifice, don't it?
That sounds like a religious sacrifice.
You ever been to one of them?
I ain't been to one where cows got killed and the eyeball removed. I ain't never been to a sacrifice.
Yeah, that's what you know. I'd like to go to one of those, but just to observe. I don't want to get stuck in there, but I'd like to see what's going on. Just see what happened. Inquiring minds want to know, right?
I guess.
Like that. They said curiosity. Curiosity killed the cat. That cat also got stuck on that hay bale going down the highway.
Well, if you have any information about these killings, there's a $5,000 reward in the case of an arrest and conviction.
All right. Well, we got some stolen livestock all the way over in the UK. All right, in the UK, 2 farmers convicted of possessing more than 100 sheep that did not belong to them went to jail. You don't know anything about that, do you?
No, I ain't never had more than 100 sheep.
Oh, you know what? All right, I'll let that go. All right, Charles Rain, 66, known as Neville, and his nephew Philip were sentenced 3 years in prison. This happened over from farms in the county of Durham in North Yorkshire. I was over there a couple years ago in Yorkshire. That's a good place. It's nice and green over there, green and hilly. But they were convicted of 100 sheep. There's about 115 animals total, but the court was told that the value of the sheep was just under.
Isn't that 45,000 pounds?
Yeah, so that's $50,000 and
oh, it's double.
Yeah, it's double. Whatever it costs over there is double over here, pretty much. So it's $50,000 worth of sheep somebody run off with. So
that's a lot of activity going on.
Well, they have broken the rules of the unwritten Shepherd's Bible.
We have a Bible about
sheep. Which is it's just guided sheep farmers for generations. So not only they steal the sheep, but they also did not follow the rule of the Shepherd's Bible.
Which is what is the farmers need to be able to fuss their neighbors, and they have shown themselves unworthy of that fuss.
That's right.
And then we have a saying like that over here. Trust your neighbor, but brand your cattle.
That's it. Trust your neighbor, but brand your cattle. Let's see. We got time for one more story before we got to get up on the next one. Here we go. Well, we got one story left for you. Here in Texas, Central Texas, we got a war on feral hogs. So war on wild hogs right now, because one hog can become 200 over the course of 2 years, which they should have said 2 hogs, because one hog can't reproduce by himself, right? So 2 hogs can become 200 over the course of 2 years. A county in Central Texas is trying to win the war on feral hogs one tail at a time. Caldwell County has become the Lone Star State's front line in the fight to curb the explosion population of the wild beast, which causes millions of dollars in property and environmental damage every year. I said that great without a teleprompter. How about that?
Yeah,
That's why we don't have a teleprompter. Plus, I have ADD, so I look at that squirrel.
I can't read, Joe. Teleprompter would be no. Yeah, I can't even talk. Either.
What? All right. Volunteer Task Force have found success in using the host of strategies, including $5 tail bounties, helicopter hunts, and smart smartphone controlled corrals. If you haven't seen that, those smartphone pens, what it is you've got a.
I I'd like to see that.
They've got a hog trap that sits up in the air, and you got your game camera on the hog trap, and you got your iPhone or your smartphone, and when you're watching the game camera, you see the pigs. If there's a lot of pigs in that pen, you hit the button, and it drops.
Are you watching it close by, or are you watching it back at your house?
Wherever you're at, your house, whatever. It goes off satellite.
Okay,
This is 2016. You can use satellite. We have satellite technology and mobile phones.
Ain't nobody standing in the bushes when we walking forward.
I guess you could if you want to.
You could stand it, yeah.
What are you talking about hiding in the bushes with a remote? What are you doing with a remote in the bushes?
Yeah, let that go.
Yeah. We'll let that go.
Like, I need to get some technology with game camera and smartphone. I can do a lot of stuff with it.
I bet you could. You know Terry Good. I bet you guys could get into a lot of trouble. And with that trouble, we're going to get out of here before the FBI is hunting down Tex Travis.
Yeah.
So, with that, we appreciate you guys that's been hung around and tuned in to some good entertainment, as always.
I want y'all to know, be on the lookout for a fan club. She might be putting out a fan club here shortly. I just got word.
The Tex Travis fan club is in the works.
So,
I think he's taking a road trip up north to go watch some horse racing, right? Kentucky Derby?
Shout out to a fan up north.
Yeah, that's what he said. All right, he's got his fan club. I don't know what else is going on. Anything we're doing, what we're doing, pepperstewart.com. You can find all the links for all your stuff. We're on the Facebook, the Twitter, the Instagram, the Periscope, the Vine, the internet. It's on there. If you can't find it, then the internet is not for you because it's fairly simple. Fairly simple. So anyway, with that, check it out, look around, and we're out of here.